हर व्यापार को दे पहचान, व्यापार जगत।
We are starting a very interesting session. It is a panel discussion on the topic circular economy creating a pathway to net zero. इसके बारे में मुझे भी literally कोई idea नहीं है. I'm very excited for the session. I want to know about it. So the moderator for the session is Mr. Ankur Tembe. So his objective has always been to create multiple synergies with the belief that variety of people with varied experiences coming together stem best results. Innovation and creativity based on common sense and basic human needs brings about good design, and learning doesn't cease as knowledge and inspiration comes from all walks of life, every single moment. So let me welcome Mr. Ankur, and please take over.
Thanks, Kavita ji, and it's a very good opportunity for me to discuss and give my view, and also it's my pleasure to moderate a very interesting session on circular economy. Well, I like to tell two things. First, what is circular economy? First, because as you also told that many people don't know what is circular economy. So first, we're talking about circular economy. Circular economy, you can say, count as a circle based on two important things. First, recycle, and second, reuse. Now, everyone is talking about waste increasing of the electronic waste or the food waste or plastic waste. So how we can develop some synergies or some tools or some techniques or some new pathways where we can reduce this all the waste and use them in generating revenue or creating some new opportunities to micro entrepreneurs, especially women. Okay, now talking about today's session, we have our four precious persons with us: Mr. Sunil from Rajkot, Mr. Shiv from Gurgaon, and two more people are there: Mr. Jai from Kerala, and an interesting lady which I'm talking about today because she's doing really awesome work there, and she is from Bangalore. Her name, okay. So her name is Rishika. So first we start about talking about the important factor of our daily life is events. So we are talking. We start with Rishika. Rishika ji, are you there?
Yes, Ankur.
Okay.
It's Rishita.
Rishita, sorry. Okay. So I have very basic and interesting question for you. How is zero waste and plastic-free sustainable events helping our country to save big money, as well as educating our Indians for living a zero waste life?
See, Ankurji, when in 2016, when we started our journey,
okay.
Like in 2014, I say, when I moved to India from USA, then everywhere we can see the garbage, right? When I came to Bangalore, everyone is talking about the garbage problem. But from where this garbage is coming, right? From our homes only. And we are just buying things and just doing. And then whenever I am going to any session and people are asking what is the alternative, then me and my partner, we thought of keeping some cutlery set. So we started in 2016 rent a cutlery. So now if you see, I'm just taking a part of rent a cutlery. The whole event is big way, but if you just see the paper cups or tissue paper, okay, so if you are not using tissue paper in your party, are you saving money?
Definitely.
Are you saving resources?
Definitely.
Sometimes people argue like, okay, if we are washing hands, then we are wasting water, right? But have you think like making of one paper cup takes more than 3 liters of water?
Yeah, absolutely right.
If we talk about tissue paper, one tissue paper or one single plastic spoon or one single paper cup, if you see the journey, lots of resources are involved in making one tissue paper or one plastic spoon, right? If we talk about plastic, we are utilizing all the fossil fuels.
Definitely.
Definitely. And then water, that's another story. We are just taking all the water from ground, the good water, and making these plastic spoons just for our 5-minute comfort, right? And then transport from all places, it's going to warehouses, then shops, then home. You are getting it at home, and then you are using for 5 minutes and then throwing into garbage. Now the story is not ending, right? Now from garbage, it's going to another place. Either it's going to landfills or it's getting burned. Either way, it's polluting our groundwater, it's doing soil pollution, water pollution, air pollution, everything. For what? Just for our 1-minute comfort or 5 minutes comfort, right? So if you are doing zero event, or I say green events, you are trying to reduce the consumption. Whenever we are planning any party, we just think, okay, do we really need this thing? What is the alternative for balloons, right? So in my parties, we never use balloons, and more than 300 parties we have done without balloons, only reuse. So even if you are replacing plastic with paper, it's not good. Now we talk about paper cup. Many think paper cup is a eco-friendly option for plastic, right? Do you think paper cup is a eco-friendly option?
No,
How many think?
It's not really.
Right?
Yes, you can say an option, but it's not eco-friendly.
Yeah, it's not eco-friendly because, see, it's worse than plastic. Again, many resources we are utilizing. We are cutting trees to make one paper cup. And when you dip that paper cup in water, this experiment we do in all parties or with all the sessions with kids, you just dip that paper cup in water and try to remove the layer. And then you find the beautiful plastic layer inside. So it's not a paper cup. वो कहते हैं ना कि भेड़ के उसमें शेर की खाल में भेड़िया. तो पेपर कप प्लास्टिक पेपर का आप लेयर बना रहे हो, and you are showing that it's paper, it's not plastic.
It's not
can you imagine you can hold a water or beverages in paper? No, right?
Not possible without plastic.
So if you think, see, in my parties people don't have to pay more. Even they are saying, okay, for gifts you do the wrapping paper, right? Shining paper you use. So we encourage people, we motivate them. No, you don't need to use anything. Just give gifts like that. First, you don't need to encourage gifts. Second, if you are giving gifts, give plants or some sustainable gifts, which you can buy from local. Third, if you have to pack it in newspaper or use old cloth or cloth bags, right? So even in the name of sustainability, people are promoting so much resources. Like if you see the cloth bags, those PP cloth bags, they are promoting with the name of eco-friendly cloth bag. Those Chinese PP bags, they are not eco-friendly again. They are worse than plastic. हम लोग थोड़ा कहीं कहीं बचाने के कारण ना बहुत बड़ा डैमेज करते जा रहे हैं एनवायरनमेंट के साथ. और आप देखो, पहले घर में 10 लोग आते थे तो हम कभी डिस्पोजेबल यूज नहीं करते थे. आजकल घर में 10 लोग भी आ गए तो लोग प्लास्टिक बॉटल्स और डिस्पोजेबल यूज करते हैं. तो आप एक्स्ट्रा मनी पे कर रहे हो, राइट?
Definitely.
कभी कभी हमें लगता है कि we are using disposables, we are saving money. It's nothing like that. You are damaging environment. You are utilizing all the resources which are meant for our next generation.
Yeah, I agree here.
हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, हमारी दादी, इन लोगों ने क्या क्या यूज करते थे? वो they were satisfied. Whatever they are getting, they were satisfied. Today, we want every day, we want everything everywhere. This is the main problem.
Definitely.
करेक्ट. अभी हमें लगता है कि हम पूरे ग्लोबल की चीज, हमें हर चीज, ब्रोकली भी इधर होनी चाहिए, एवोकाडो भी इधर मिलना चाहिए, हमको ये चीज भी होनी चाहिए, वो भी होनी चाहिए. दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम, द ग्रीड. इफ वी जस्ट थिंक द थिंग्स वी कांट रीयूज, वी हैव टू रिफ्यूज.
Definitely.
So I have used all these disposables in US. I regret it now. But when I got awareness, I changed my life. From 2014, no plastic bottle. I can be thirsty for 3 hours, 4 hours, but I will not use plastic bottles. I will
Okay.
not eat food if I am not carrying my own container. So we have also started BYOC selfie campaign. So what we do, we encourage people to take your own bottle, take your own cup. If you talk about hygiene, then carry your own things, right? And now see, everywhere in supermarkets, people, it was a वेस्टर्न कल्चर कि वॉलमार्ट में हम लोग सारा प्लास्टिक में ला रहे थे. अब आप भोपाल में भी देखो तो रिलायंस, ट्रेंड्स, एवरीवेयर दे आर गिविंग वेजिटेबल्स, वन कैप्सिकम इन वन प्लास्टिक बैग. डू वी नीड इट?
No.
हम लोगों की सोच ही वहीं तक हो रही है कि जब तक हम पैसा फेंक रहे हैं, हमें फ्री में चीज मिल रही है, तो रीयूज करो. रीयूज नहीं, मतलब मिसयूज करो. तो वी नीड टू चेंज द थिंकिंग. हम
But
लोग
I
ऐसे
have,
alternatives नहीं ढूंढ सकते. We have to think of reuse and reduce.
but I have one question here, as I mentioned there about the education. See, because now our Gen X generation is getting very smart. Okay, and they are also understanding things there. But the problem is there, they don't find a solution. So how solution can be made reachable to them, and how can create some interactive education or some session, something like that, with your help of your the venture, which will be help them Gen X to understand the value of the resources, and also reducing the waste, as well as reducing the pollution, while increasing the our GDP, because as most of the plastic or other things there is made of the fossil fuel. As and everyone know that fossil 95% of the fossil fuel has been imported in India. So if you are reducing all the things there, we are able to save a big money, which can be again further used in the our economic development. So what can be the best way for an education? Because without an education, right education, it is not possible for Gen X to understand the meaning of how they can reduce reduce their reliability on these types of plastic waste, or especially plastic.
No, Ankurji, yes, this is the thing, like we need the education. That's why I run many awareness programs, and like in summer camp, I moved to Dubai last year, and there also I started doing all these education programs. So we do summer camps, and then we reach out to schools also. So what happens, like the government schools, they are very the kids, when we tell them something, they grasp it, right? They do it practically.
Definitely.
But in private schools, what I'm seeing, like in the name of sake, they will do the session for 3 days, 4 days, right? Kids know everything. When I ask kids some questions, they know everything. They know composting, what is composting, they know recycling, everything. But what is missing in schools? So I think the government should take this step, because my venture can only educate thousands people, right? I have impacted more than 10,000 people in my life. But what is the impact? We have millions of people there, right? Billions of. So government should take some actions, like in schools, how much misuse they are doing, right? So government should take actions like, okay, like they are saying, every house should flag, right? For flags, they are saying every house should do this, do this. So they should, now so much wastage is happening in these flags also.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Correct. ये सब तो यार आप नहीं बोल सकते कि इन सब से हम देशभक्ति दिखा सकते हैं. आप एक कोई ऐसा स्टेप लो कि हाँ आप सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हो तो आप कुछ भी वेस्टेज नहीं करोगे. स्कूल्स में आप प्रमोट करो कि कितना यूनिफॉर्म्स में हम लोग वेस्टेज कर रहे हैं, बुक्स में कर रहे हैं. There should be something like we encourage this thing, like we have groups of students who are promoting e-waste, who are promoting reuse of books, but sometimes schools, they force to buy new books. सो स्कूल्स में तो अंकुर जी मुझे वही लगता है कि एजुकेशन पे हमें ज्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए. स्कूल्स में जो भी वेंचर्स इतनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, so they should be involved in those schools also, right?
So
And
you are
government,
saying that government should adopt a strategy and adds
yes,
some very key element of how you can reduce and also reuse of these things on the education of the kids, preferably which are from you can say the middle school.
yes. And the top schools, top colleges, what they are doing, they have canteens, they are using disposables, right? Kids are carrying so much books from home. They can carry their own bottle, they can carry their own plate, right? So in schools they should promote composting. If you are telling composting, you are just giving them theory knowledge. You should
Right.
have setup of composting. Kids, everyone knows what is composting, but no one is doing at home. Why?
Right.
Something is missing in our education, right? Practical
Definitely.
knowledge.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
just reading theory. It will not work like this. And we are
Definitely.
small ventures. Who is listening to us? If I am giving free session, everyone is coming to me.
Understand, Rishika, and I'm very thankful for the things there. But I believe there are a lot of things can be possible when we work
Yeah.
together. And at local to global, we are which is a global accelerator. We are launching for small medium businesses like you. We are working on creating waste to wealth. So we will discuss that in next session. We will doing something later on. And thanks, Rishika, for your precious time to educate people about how the reuse of the things can be possible and how you can reduce your dependency on the plastic.
Yes. And
Okay.
Ankurji, I just want to say two things because two festivals are coming like Independence Day. So Independence Day also, we educate in Whitefield Rising. We are just promoting ki if you are celebrating, please don't use disposables, don't use balloons, don't use those plastic flags, right?
Yeah.
There are many options.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
we can,
Rishika. Okay. I have to move on another person now.
sure.
So yeah. So now talking about Mr. Sunil. Mr. Sunil, some questions like to you before just asking you one or two questions there. How it is important for the setting up a good quality lab for waste management.
Yes, am I audible?
Yeah, so Mr. Sunil, you are audible.
Yeah. Actually, there is a various type of waste generated by industry as well as domestic level, but
Right.
mainly and basically what the control is done by government basically on the water. They are not typically controlling the plastic waste,
Right.
right? So in water, generally wastewater as well as sewage water and solid waste, they are controlling. They have also good guideline for controlling the waste of industrial waste generated or the domestic waste generated. And mainly they are controlling on the basis of its testing. Suppose in wastewater, they are controlling on basis of pollutants content, and pollutants are on base of COD and BOD parameters, this kind of parameter. Okay. So suppose the water contains a biodegradable material, then even also it is considered pollutants
Definitely.
in today's criteria of, designed by government. Okay, suppose
Right.
one corn industry is there, and after processing, if the water contains corn starch, then also it is considered it is pollutants, and they have to treat it. However, it can be used. उनको हम use कर सकते हैं as a fertilizer. उनको दूसरा application कर सकते हैं उसका. लेकिन
Reuse
गवर्नमेंट का जो नॉर्म्स है वो इतना.
It means you are saying the reuse is possible for these types of biodegradable content, but it is
Yes,
still not. There is
it's-
any policy in India which is promoting these types of reuse or reusable things.
यस अगेन ये जैसे अभी ऋषिता ने बताया कि एजुकेशन ही नहीं है, एजुकेशन देने की जरूरत है. ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं करना है. जैसे इंडस्ट्रीज को अगर इस तरह का वेस्ट जनरेट हो रहा है, उसको ट्रीटमेंट करने की जरूरत पड़ती है. एडिशनली वेस्ट के ऊपर भी उनको फाइनेंस इनको एक्सपेंस हो रहे हैं. अगर वही चीज उनको वो कोई किसान को फर्टिलाइजर के तौर पे देते हैं, सॉलिड वेस्ट है या वाटर है, तो दे कैन यूज एज ए फर्टिलाइजर. उनको बहुत ही सस्ते या कम दाम में फर्टिलाइजर्स मिल जाए, ऑर्गेनिक फर्टिलाइजर होता है. तो
Okay.
ये थोड़ी सी चीजें हैं जो गवर्नमेंट को अपने हाथ में लेनी पड़ेगी, जिसमें टेस्टिंग का ऑब्वियसली रोल होता ही है। सेकेंड थिंग है कि प्रोसेस के अंदर भी बहुत सी चीजें ऐसी है जो डिफाइन नहीं की गई है, उसकी क्या प्रोसेस करनी चाहिए। अभी अभी क्या है कि इंडस्ट्रीज को सजेस्ट किया जाता है कि ईटीपी लगाओ एंड उसको ट्रीटमेंट करो, लेकिन डेप्थ ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट क्या एक दूसरी इंडस्ट्रीज को एक दूसरे के साथ जोड़ने का कोई प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं है, जिसकी वजह से इंडस्ट्रीज जो है वो अवॉइड कर रही है ट्रीटमेंट। वो सीधा ही वेस्ट को मतलब ऐसे तरीके से बाहर निकाल रही है कि गवर्नमेंट को पता ना चले, और यही चीज है कि कहीं ना कहीं कंस्ट्रेंट्स हो रहे हैं। ठीक है,
So it means you are saying कि government or मतलब it will be government to private bodies like the various chambers should create a platform where the platform will be not only educate the industry but also
Yes.
implement some very strict rule against this industry when they are failed to do the proper treatment.
यस एग्जैक्टली। अभी क्या है, गवर्नमेंट और इंडस्ट्रीज आमने सामने खड़े हो गए हैं पर्यावरण के मामले में, ठीक है, एनवायरमेंट के मामले में, लेकिन एक्चुअली पर्यावरण को बचाने के लिए दोनों को मिलके काम करने की जरूरत है और उसके सॉल्यूशंस मिलके फाइंड करने पड़ेंगे।
Okay. I have one last question there. How
Yes.
and Commonwealth can how you can help and Commonwealth to reduce the waste generation and also reduce best utilization of the kitchen and kitchen and food waste.
यस, बहुत सारे देखिए वेस्ट जनरेशन जो हो रहा है उसको पहले तो जैसे अभी ऋषिता ने बताया कि वेस्ट जनरेट हो ही कम, ऐसा क्यों ना कर। पहले तो कम करने के लिए हम जो रिसोर्सेज को ओवर यूटिलाइजेशन कर रहे हैं, वेस्ट जनरेशन कहाँ से हो रहा है। जैसे एक सिंपल सी बात बताऊं, अभी हमारे यहाँ एक कंसेप्ट आ गया कि भाई चलो पार्टी हो रही है और बुफे पार्टी होती है, ठीक है, तो जितना भी फूड बना है उसके ऊपर तो ऑलरेडी एक्सपेंस हुए हैं, उसमें इनपुट डाला गया है, किसान ने कहीं पे प्रोड्यूस किया है, वहां से शुरू करके कुकिंग तक एवरीवेयर, और उसके बाद हम थोड़ा बहुत खाया और हमने उसको वेस्ट में जाने दिया। एंड अगेन वो जो फूड जनरेट हुआ है उसको भी ट्रीटमेंट की जरूरत है, उसको भी ट्रीटमेंट की जरूरत होती है, उसको हैंडलिंग करना है, उसको ट्रीट करना है। तो कहीं ना कहीं वो हम ओवर यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं रिसोर्सेज। जैसे ये एक तो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया फूड का, ऐसा ही ऋषिता ने भी बताया कि भाई क्लॉथ्स भी इतने हम जल्दी जल्दी चेंज कर रहे हैं कि भाई थोड़ा सा यूज किया, थोड़े दिन पहना, निकाल दिया, तो ये एक तरह का रिसोर्स का मिसयूज ही हुआ। तो ये कम करें। दूसरी बात ये है कि अगर इंडस्ट्रीज है तो इंडस्ट्रीज को अपनी ओर से एक्शन ले सकते हैं। जैसे अगर एक इंडस्ट्रीज है एसिड जनरेट कर रही, एक इंडस्ट्रीज है ऑर्गेनिक, उनका कोई प्रोडक्ट है और ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट जनरेट हो रहा है जिसको डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए एसिड्स की जरूरत है, ठीक है, तो दोनों मिलके दे कैन एक्चुअली एसिड जनरेट करने वाली इंडस्ट्रीज को एसिड को ट्रीट करना पड़ रहा है, न्यूट्रलाइज करना पड़ रहा है, उसको कुछ ना कुछ चीजें उसमें इनपुट देने पड़ते हैं, कॉस्टिक से न्यूट्रलाइज किया वगैरह। जबकि जो ऑर्गेनिक वेस्ट जनरेट हो रहा है जहां पे उनको उसको ट्रीट करने के लिए उसको एसिड यूज करना पड़ता है। अगर दोनों का कनेक्शन बनता है तो दोनों वेस्ट एक दूसरे को मिलाएंगे तो ट्रीटमेंट हो गया।
और
तो
दोनों
इस तरह से
दोनों
इंडस्ट्रीज को,
कंपनियों का कॉस्ट भी सेविंग हुआ।
यस, इस तरह से इंडस्ट्रीज को क्यों ना कैटेगराइज किया जाए कि जिससे एक ट्रीटमेंट के मामले में इंडस्ट्रीज सामने से खड़ी हो। अभी उद्योग जो साहसिक है उनको वेस्ट को ट्रीटमेंट वाला जो बर्डन है ना वो बहुत बड़ा लगता है, क्योंकि उनके पास कैलकुलेशन ही नहीं है कि जो वेस्ट हो रहा है जनरेट, उसको ट्रीटमेंट का कॉस्ट क्या है और वो कॉस्ट उसमें प्रोडक्ट में से वो कैसे रेवेन्यू जनरेट करे, ठीक है, उसमें से रिकवर कैसे करे। तो उसके लिए वो बर्डन है एक तरह का ट्रीटमेंट, और उसी की वजह से वो ट्रीटमेंट नहीं कर पा रहे उसको।
So you are say आप you are saying that like the Gadkari ji is कहते हैं promote the use of alcohol for the petrol using mixing the alcohol, ठीक है। So you are saying that other the government the ministry also implement some strategy where the waste of one company can be useful for other company and making a synergy as well as a platform which connecting both and it will be governed by a private and public body.
एग्जैक्टली
Okay, okay. Acha, last question to you, Sunil ji, is there. As I'm other thing there. Okay, okay, what types of facilities available right now in India for segmenting this organic waste and non-organic waste?
Yes, in India there is a various industrial associations is there, various pollution control board and bodies is there. They can help, they can educate to industries, they can make a cluster development, they can associate and synergistically associate all clusters together. Even they can also develop common treatment facilities. So everything is possible. Actually platform is already prepared at the level of industries, but main thing is synchronization is not there. Only required is synchronization.
So you are saying most effort should be made on the implementation vertical, and as well as
Exactly.
the connectivity vertical.
Yes, yes, connectivity.
Connectivity and synchronization, and as well as the education. You are saying the most of the
Education is
education is there.
education is a basic requirement.
Education for how can reduce the cost of the waste management to industry, as well as the damage to the our environment also.
Yes, yes, even education from individual it is also required. Suppose all are using drinking water bottles. Okay, that is made up of PET material and that is a recyclable, but only 32% is recycled, rest is not recycled in today's scenario of India, right?
Okay.
But most of the people we are seeing here that they are not completely even drink that bottle. Half bottle thoda piya, half piya, फेंक दिया. मतलब
Definitely,
you,
I have also
yes,
seen it.
your every sip, every आपका हर एक घूंट जो है वो कुछ ग्राम्स प्लास्टिक जनरेट कर रहा है. और
Right.
वो पानी को भी आप ऐसे ही जाने दे रहे हो जिसमें ऑलरेडी ट्रीटमेंट का कॉस्ट तो लगा ही है, आपने भले ही पैसा दिया है, लेकिन यू आर ओवर यूटिलाइजिंग द फैसिलिटीज. प्लास्टिक का वेस्ट इतना ही ज्यादा जनरेट ऐसे ही हो रहा है क्योंकि वो रिसोर्सेज को हम ठीक से यूज नहीं कर रहे.
Okay, and thanks Sunilji for this very informative and educative outputs for industry as well as for a normal Indian also. Now we are moving to Mr. Shiv Rao, and Mr. Shiv Rao is also connected to the reuse and the refurbishment. We're talking about the reuse. How Mr. Shiv, how you are helping our economy to save precious metals by recycling the electronic gadgets, and why the proper recycling of electronic gadget is must in our India.
Right. So briefly about myself, I have started this company in July 2020, and we have just completed 2 years. So specifically, my organization, this particular setup, 3R Zero Waste in IMT Manesar, which is just next to the Maruti plant, where the Maruti cars are coming out. So specifically, electronic waste in India, there are 2 types of license. So one is dismantling, the second is recycling, the third is PRO. So these are the 3 areas of what Pollution Control Board has given compliance requirement. And recently there was a proposal from the Ministry of Environment that they are trying to change the draft policy. So coming to, if you see my logo, there are 4 dustbins, right?
Yeah.
Green, blue, orange, and red. So the circular economy model, what is happening today, even when the government is talking about 2 dustbins, green and blue, organic and dry, wet and dry, जो government बोलती है, today 99% people don't follow this. If you take the total population of India, 99% don't follow. This is a theoretical number, but I think I'm right somewhere.
Yeah, you are right there. Only a number of city you can find this solution there.
Right. Maybe Gurgaon, Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad, and that also
and Indore.
Percentage.
And Indore also.
Citizen. So my model, and there's a 2 major reasons, and I think my previous participant also mentioned those 2. One is awareness.
Right.
I talk to example, I talk to investor and he says, Shiv, I have a laptop in my house. I don't know there is a policy. Very well educated, IIT educated, and he's in a top place. But even because the government has not shared that policy, that is electronic waste management policy. If I talk about solid waste management policy, which was from 2016, even many people, I would say again, the people who know are doing green and blue, and 99% people are not doing because they don't know. Maybe today Swachh Bharat Abhiyan 1.0 and 2.0 people have come to know more, and at least now that education is there कि भाई 2 bin hota hai. But unfortunately, every city I have traveled in India in the last 2 years, I see that even very good people who are doing segregation, जब नीचे आता है वो एक ही bin हो जाता है. In fact, today also I took a picture आते हुए, because जब भी मैं मिलता है मैं वहीं पर immediately picture देखता हूँ और ULB को भेजता हूँ. So coming back, by just doing this 4 type of segregation, we can help economy by anything. You can't imagine the amount of waste lying in our country is 1.8 trillion tons, where the whole city of Bangalore will be filled up with the waste if we put together. So my model is a 4 dustbin, and just by organic waste, paper and cardboard is blue, orange is plastic, and red is e-waste and metal. ये हर घर में मिलेगा, हर कंपनी में मिलेगा, हर स्कूल में मिलेगा, हर ऑफिस में मिलेगा. और ये करने से हमको एक तो आज के डेट में हर घर को 50 से 100 रुपए देना पड़ता है वो लड़के को जो लेके जाता है, राइट. फिर वहां से म्युनिसिपैलिटी पेज ऑलमोस्ट 3000 rupees per ton to go and dump it. So actually by just doing this, you will save millions of rupees for the government money, which is the taxpayers' money, right? So that is indirectly how you are going to help the economy. That is only one part of it. Now coming to what your question you asked on electronic waste, how it will help the GDP of the country, right? So once an electronic, when today India generates 3.2 million tons of e-waste every year, we are the 3rd most e-waste generating country in the world after US and China. E-waste is the waste which is the growth year on year is 10% per annum pan world. This is the fastest growing waste in the world. The solid waste is not going that fast, but because our lifestyle has changed so much that we are using electronics in everyday life, so that was the only reason why when I came back to India, when I was working abroad 2 years back, I was supposed to start the plastic waste management plant, actually the end product. But when I found that there were almost 4,000 recyclers in India, and actually India is doing pretty well if you compare to electronic waste in plastic waste. And yesterday I met almost 20 big entrepreneurs with the ministry. So I was looking for some other waste, and then I found that electronic waste is a waste which is killing 1.5% every day in India. So it is actually 500 people are dying because of lead into the industry. So that was my major cause why I started electronic waste. And our core is, almost being a small startup, 50% of the material is refurbished so that it goes to the tier 2 and tier 3 cities, where these laptops, these mobile phones, these computers are reused maybe for 3 more years, and sometimes maybe for 5 years. So that is the 50% business. And then the remaining 50% is where we have to recover the precious metals. But unfortunately in India, not a single plant is there, or I think there's one in Gujarat which is working on the precious metal. Otherwise, most of the precious metal is still going either waste or it is being sent abroad for capturing that metals.
So you're saying that there should be a government should do a very active role to set up a policy for recycling of the e-gadgets, where the precious metal can be extracted and it can be reused for the manufacturing of this gadget or other electronic machines.
Absolutely.
So what is your opinion about creating some policy, or what should be the policy should be government create, where there should be some the involvement of the government as well as private as well as the people also integrated? What your opinion about this? What types of policy should be government implemented and create for all this e-waste management?
Yeah, so in terms of the policy, I think the government policy is good for now, but unfortunately, as I said, the technology is very expensive. So it is like close to 100 crores of investment one has to do and getting the PCBs. Mainly the PCBs are the content of this gold, silver, and molybdenum. So these particularly three precious metals, which we informal sector is doing it, and that is where the deaths are being caused. So that is the fight we are trying to do, where the informal sector shouldn't use malpractices, shouldn't kill themselves, first of all, because they don't know. Unfortunately, 30% of this electronic waste pan India comes to Delhi. The total, that is the reason we have almost 150 recyclers in the Delhi, UP, in the Noida, Ghaziabad, Greater Noida, Mathura, Alwar, in this region of NCR. So, but actually it comes to Ghaziabad to Muradabad. There is a belt of these villages, and women and the small kids. You might have seen so many videos in YouTube. Small children below 10 years working and opening this PCB, opening the copper, burning it, taking that harmful air, and then also harming the environment, because they are not educated, right? So it's the government's policies to ensure that this is not being done. We are trying to educate them, and there is an organization from Switzerland who are setting up a plant along with this informal sector. They are creating an infrastructure, giving them free of cost. Come here, do it ethically. And I'm also in discussion with them where we can support that sort of cause. So
Okay,
definitely, the policy is there. It is going to be improved, but having a policy is not enough. It has to be given, shared by the people. So today,
so you're saying that the same way the government involvement should be in this way, where government provide the most resources to implement the reduce the cost of the technology, as well as providing some more incentives, or you can say the for creating the particular whole ecosystem, as well as for the import of the technology and the right way of the implemented technology. It is must, you are saying.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, the government bodies, CMET Hyderabad is the body who works on the R&D of this electronic waste particles mainly. So they are working on solar panels, which are going to be very soon. They will be starting, they will be end of life, because they were installed 15 years, 20 years back. All that will become an electronic waste. There is a R&D going on lithium batteries, because now lithium battery will be a huge problem very soon when the electrical cars will be with electricals. There is a R&D happening on the PCBs, how to extract these metals. But unfortunately, till today, if you ask them also, they are not happy with what they have come out. So, so still it is expensive. Still the purity of metals are not coming out. So they have installed few of their equipment in the facilities of our fellow entrepreneurs. But I think there is still 5 years, or somewhere between 2 to 5 years, it will take time.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks for your precious time, Mr. Shiv, and also provide the insights and the limelight of the problems and the challenges our country is facing, and how we or Indians to come to work together to reduce the cost of the electronic gadget, as well as how we can try to reuse these gadgets, so that other Indians have access to the low-cost gadget with whom they don't have precious seva. And also it will help our country to save the precious dollar, which we are right now spending on the import of these gadgets. Over to you, Mr. Joy.
Yeah, one point I would like to make to thank Dr. Parmar. So specifically, this type of events is going to give the SDG goal number 17, which is partnership. I see, Ritika working on a very nice projects, which also I do zero waste events in Delhi, and Mr. Sunil also working on hazardous waste. So other than e-waste, I work on industrial waste, where I find a lot of clients coming up with different. So I believe that this SDG 17 partnership goals can be achieved by this. So thank you, Dr. Parmar, and thank you, Ankur.
Mr. Shiv, I want to mention here that we have a good facility for metal testing, precious as well as this hazardous or toxic metal, heavy metals testing facility in laboratory, and we have latest technology from Germany actually, inductively coupled plasma, optical emission spectro, So it can be tested the purity level of content in any kind of substance or any kind of material, the content level of the particular metals in a single run.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the information, and I'll get in touch with you personally.
Sure.
Thank you, Sunilji, for providing these insights, because as I know, will meet with many people. There is very few facilities available in India who are able to do these types of tests, and it required a very precious and very accurate measurement. And I'm very thankful to you to provide this insight, so that now most of our viewer or the SME who are need this types of solution, they will definitely get connected to you. Now we are moving to Mr. Joy. Mr. Joy is having a startup in Kerala. They are always associated with the Kerala government for reducing the West gated community management, gated community West. Also, they are helping this gated community for their West management. So my question is to Mr. Joy. The most important question is there, because now we are moving on the age of smart cities. So Mr. Joy, how is the gated community the problems, or what is the most of the gated communities are facing the problem in the West management, and also how your startup is helping this gated community to overcome this problem of waste management?
Hi, good afternoon. Actually, we started our facility on 2015. Basically, it is only for consultancy, providing waste management technology or awareness to the public. After that, the requirement of managing the waste not only need the awareness, they need facility to manage the waste, and also they need backup support for developing a team to manage the waste. That's why we come into provide solution to gated community, public sector companies, and individual housing colonies. Basically, the gated communities are ready to do the segregation and set up facility for managing the waste, but they need extended support for daily operational maintenance of the system. In that sense, we are supporting those people, providing manpower with all labor statutory provisions, and managing the material very scientifically, and educate the people how to segregate. If the segregation is not into up the standard, again we do awareness. And the beauty of our concept is it's a decentralized model. All biodegradable material is managing on their own site. If it is a apartment complex, we set up facility to compost, on-site composting facility on the terrace, and the compost they can reuse it for gardening or in their vegetable garden or something. Otherwise, the excess compost we hand over to the local farmers. And also, all the dry materials they can segregate. They can get some revenue from the recyclable materials. All the negative value materials we collect it and handing over to co-combusting facility. This is the one model we are developing. And secondary, as part of the Swachh Bharat mission, the state government starts the door-to-door collection facility in entire Kerala using the SHG group, women SHG group in Kerala. It is called Kudumbasri in Kerala. It's around 30,000 women is working on that concept. Currently, we are supporting 17 SHGs in one district. That's mainly in the Kochi, the Ernakulam districts. It's directly working 700 women entrepreneurs. They do door-to-door collection of the non-biodegradable materials. We educate them how to segregate the material, and handing over those materials to the retailers, how they can make a revenue from that material. In that sense, also, we are supporting more than 500 women entrepreneurs in Kerala. And also the other thing we are doing is also the public sector companies, like the big company in Kerala is it's a central government institution. It's a FACT, it's a fertilizing manufacturing company. It's around 4,000 people are working there, and the other special economic zones are working here. All those facilities, there is a waste management facility, but they are not equipped to manage the daily operations. We do support, provide our manpower, vehicle arrangements, and we do the scientific waste management, the awareness program as part of the Swachh Bharat mission. This is the another second handling. And also, as part of the Swachh Bharat Mission Volume 2, the Central Ministry is very strict on developing sewage treatment plants and effluent treatment plants on community level to manage the sewage. In that sense, also, we are helping the local self-government for developing detailed project report on designing the sewage treatment plants and how to operate the plants and how to establish the facility on a successful model. In that sense, we are working.
So you are saying that if our government create a policy that the gated community should manage their waste at their end, it will reduce a very big cost of our taxpayers' money, as well as also able to create job or business opportunities for the micro entrepreneurs, where they can able to earn their bread and butter by doing these types of activities. Along with also, it also reduce the burden of the waste management to the government. You are
Exactly. Actually, more than 500 apartment complexes in Kerala is practicing this model. The beauty of the project is no burden to government, because the entire facility, the initial investment or the establishment cost will be afforded by the gated community association. The day-to-day operation cost is afforded by the community, and also it provide the gated community alone provide more than 2,000 job opportunity to the local women in the local area. So that's the it saves the GDP of our nation and create job opportunity, and also it encourages the circular economy. And the other thing is lagging is the EPR policy is lagging. That's the main issue in our experience. If the EPR policy is strictly implemented, the circular economy concept, we can actually the speed of implementing the circular economy, we can encouraging that concept. That's
so you are saying that when one new gated community has been developed, at the time of when the gated community members are getting possession of the flat, they should be aware by this gated community as well as government also, that you have to bear a little bit cost of this all the waste management at every month. You are saying
yeah, actually, in the policy, it is strictly mentioned that the gated community or the community living people have to develop their own decentralized waste management facility. Then only they got the permission or the approval for the building from the local government. This is happening all over India, I think so. But the problem is that for the initial approval, everyone install those facilities, but after that, they don't facility. They mix entire waste and handing over the municipality or just dump into the open area. In that case, we are helping them to how to maintain those models in a successful model. It's not a single installation process or it's only for a approval magic. We make sure it is working sustainable model on a long run.
okay. So my last question is there. We are about to closing this session. So what will be the basic cost of all the gated community? Say we are taking example of gated community of around 250 flats. Okay. So what will be the cost of all the these the gated community of waste management will be have to bear one flat owner in one gated community of 250 flat per month?
Average the initial initial investment for setting up the facilities ranging from 2,500 to 4,000. That's the initial investment only need for a single family, and the monthly recurring cost is 250 to 400, depends on the area, the urban area or the rural area. It's ranging from 250 to 400 for entire managing the solid waste.
And what about the liquid waste or waste sewage water, or you can say other water?
Also, the CPCB already published the norms for managing the industries of effluent treatment plants, and it also depends on the area availability, which technology we are choosing, and also depends on the nature of the effluent or the nature of the even the substrate nature is always common, but in the case of an effluent, it depends on the nature of the effluent. In the cost will vary.
So you are saying that okay, in the gated community, one family or one flat owner has to pay not more than 7,000 rupees upfront cost for all the management, and maximum 500 to 600 rupees per month for all the I think managing of the waste.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the information. What's last information? Last information I like to ask with you. Like you talking about the creating job opportunities, because circular economy is based on the creating job opportunity or promoting the micro entrepreneurship. Yeah. So what is an average monthly income these micro entrepreneurs are able to generate it through your efforts right now?
The minimum income we are assuring is 12,000 rupees per month per women. It's ranging from 12,000 to 25,000. Depends on the area of their working and their interest on the operation.
Okay. Last question is there. Like you're talking about the non organic waste, or you can say solid waste. So are you giving these women and some education how they can prevent themselves from getting harm from this solid waste? Because sometimes what happens, this solid waste also having some harmful chemicals also, or harmful material also.
Yeah, definitely. Once we are in tie with an SHGs, initially we gave an awareness to those people how to the waste material and how to behave to the public, because the public will be in a very negative mode to those women while they are approaching for collecting the material. If they are insisting for the segregation, the public will raise their own protest. So we educate how to handle those issues, how to collect the material safely, and how to segregate the material, how to store the material. All those education we will provide before starting the project, and also after that we provide all hygiene and health and hygiene equipments to those group. In that sense, we make sure their health and are in safe condition.
Okay, thanks for Jai for this very beautiful insight, and also I'm very grateful to you and very thankful to you too that you are helping to create more jobs in especially to the women entrepreneurs who are stuck in their home. They can't go outside their home because they don't have that much education, or they don't want to suffer to work as a servant in some other person's home. Because what I find in my survey, now most of the women want to become their own boss, and you are creating a pathway for these women to become their own boss, and also able to not only manage their own bread and butter, also able to helping them to teach their own children to become a successful entrepreneur or successful entrepreneur. Thanks,
Exactly.
Joy.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, please, Akita. And one last question is there. Okay, so what is the average group of the SHG you are setting them mostly? It will be something 10 or 20, or beyond 100 also sometimes.
Can you please repeat the question?
I'm saying the number of the women entrepreneurs in SDG groups.
Yeah, it depends on the size of the local body. Already the state government made a policy for each local ward there must be 2 women for door-to-door collection. So if it is a minimum 10 wards in a small Grama Panchayat, minimum 20 women in that Grama Panchayat. If you come into an urban scenario, if in a city corporation house 75 divisions, minimum to 150 to 250 women will working. That's the range of.
So you are saying that these women are helping our economy to in 2 ways. First, reducing the cost of the waste management, which will be helping to reduce the burden of the government, which later again helping our taxpayer to get the right uses of their precious money. One thing.
Not in 2 cents. We can count the number, because one sense they contribute to the industry as a raw material, the waste material as a raw material. They help the community how to dispose the material scientifically without harming the environment. Thirdly, they find out their own livelihood from the waste material. That's the
Yeah.
major three outcome of the project.
So you are saying that all your exercise is helping to create a sustainable livelihood. What for this women micro entrepreneurs?
Exactly.
Yeah. Thanks for your information insights. Now we are moving to our respectable Parmarji. Over to you, Parmarji.
Thank you so much, Ankur. I think you are a great moderator, and it was a great discussion going on. So we have received one question from our audience, and so Mr. Brijendra Srivastava, he is asking that can you define the different types of plastics?
I think Joy is able to help out more here. Joy,
Yeah,
over to you.
even I mean, so whomsoever want to take, Shiv, you can take.
Yeah, so I'll just, because I have a chart just in front of me. So there are 7 types of plastic. So first one is like, PET. Then there is, which is like plastic bottle, water bottles. HDPE, which is like shampoo bottles, which we are being used. LDPE, which is like the pouches, which we are using for milk, and the milk basket pouches or Amazon pouches, that is LDPE. Then we have PVC, which is being used in the cables. Then we have PP, which is again used either in the hard plastic way, like making chairs, as well as some sort of packaging also PP is used. Other than that, we have number 7, which is MLP. So MLP, which is, combined multi-layered plastic, which is like chips packet, where you have aluminum on one side and the other plastic, which was, which previously 2 years back, it was one of the most unplugged item. But today it is also being recycled. It is made, we are making this plywood sort of, compacted boards. So 3 years back, that was also solved by India, but still, many people don't pick it because it's very light and people are not segregating. But today, fortunately, almost 100 ladies in Gurgaon area, they collect it and they send it to my NGO on a bi-weekly basis. So other than that, there is one more. Number 6 is polystyrene, which is the thermocol, number 6. So 1 to 7, these are the 7 types of plastic.
Wow, very well answered, Shiv. Thank you so much for that. And so I thank all of you. I mean, Ankur, Zakaria, Sunil Bhai, Rishita, Shiv. Thank you so much for taking out your time and sharing your insights, your experience, and lot of knowledge. I think that will help to a lot of our viewers, and I'm sure this particular platform becomes the knowledge awareness platform wherein a lot of people will learn, and we are putting our efforts to create more eco-minded entrepreneurs और eco-minded Indian citizens जहाँ पे लोग वेस्ट जो है उसको समझे, उसके बारे में बात करें. और जब हम स्पेशली एक सर्कुलर इकोनॉमी की बात करते हैं, अगेन इट इज़ समथिंग वेरी वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ पाथवे टू नेट ज़ीरो, और जो हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर का मिशन है, राइट, उसको आगे ले जाए. तो थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन फॉर शेयरिंग योर थॉट्स एंड स्पेयरिंग योर टाइम with Vyapar Jagat TV, and thank you so much.
So just one thing, Dr. Praveen, yesterday I was with SIDBI and the European Union and the Ministry of Urban Housing and Ministry of Environment. So there is a new scheme coming up wherein SIDBI along with the funded by European Union. So any startups who are looking to get some funds, they can approach their SIDBI. Every state will have a SIDBI, branch, and if you're not able to get them, please contact me. I am in touch with the head office. So I am going to be the first guy who will be getting some funds, which will be taking the risk. So because no banks will give you a fund today, most of the banks will refuse. So I have not got for 2 years 1 rupee. So I raised my voice. I ensured that this facility is available for all the entrepreneurs, and wow. I'm ready to help whatever happens.
Wow. Thank you, Shiv. And definitely, so if suppose there will be any startup or anybody who is, having such ideas or things, startup, so we'll definitely connect you again. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, once again for joining this particular show.
अच्छा प्रवीण जी, एक बस बोलना है.
बोलिए ना.
कि इस बार हम स्वतंत्रता दिवस बिना किसी ट्रैश के मनाए तो कैसा रहेगा? फ्रीडम फ्रॉम ट्रैश, राइट? हम हमारे
#freedom from trash F2T. Yeah, so I think Rishika, you should share all the things on the group, and we will be definitely putting this hashtag on all the social media. Freedom from trash.
वही एक सुंदर सी कंट्री हो जहाँ पे कोई ट्रैश ना हो, राइट?
एक
Absolutely.
कमिटमेंट प्रवीण जी, मैं भी एक कमिटमेंट हमारे व्यूअर से लेना चाहता हूँ,
Please,
because
please.
I had also taken one challenge that I will live my life plastic free on or before 2024. Okay, so I also want some commitment from our viewers कि आप अपनी लाइफ में, अपने होम पे, अपने घर में प्लास्टिक फ्री लाइफ के लिए क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. यू कैन देखिए, आज टूथपेस्ट शॉप से शुरू करके डिटर्जेंट, एवरीथिंग इज मेड विथ केमिकल्स. So nowadays there is lots of other resources available कि उसमें नेचुरल या हर्बल फॉर्म्स है, और हम रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं, हमारी लाइफ को प्लास्टिक फ्री बना सकते हैं. सो जस्ट टेक कमिटमेंट कि एक बार हमने कमिटमेंट लिया कि चलो नेक्स्ट 1.5 year और 2 years में आई विल लाइव माई लाइफ प्लास्टिक फ्री. सो ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल गोइंग टूवर्ड्स कि हम एक दूसरे लोगों के लिए एक एग्जाम्पल भी बनेंगे, or it will be definitely impact in all over the environment.
Absolutely, and so I 100% agree with you, Sunil bhai. And so this message to all the viewers, those who are watching live, और ये live convention के बाद भी अगर आप ये session को देख रहे हो, तो let's take a pledge, let's take a let's commit ourselves कि जहाँ पे हम plastic free जो है जितना हो सके उतना करें. At least we can start, and we can start contributing towards this beautiful world, and let's try to make the world more greener and better. Thank you so much, and yeah, so that is the message. Thank you so much everyone once again.